Hi, today we're going to shoot with the Xiaomi Mi Sphere 360 camera, which is the highest image quality that I've found for 360 cameras around $300 or less. And this video is divided into two parts. In the first part, we're going to show how to shoot with the Xiaomi Mi Sphere, both with the camera by itself and then with the app. In the second part of this video, we're going to talk about how to view your images and then share them, both for iOS and Android. Let's get started. So this is the Xiaomi camera. It's got only 3 buttons. There's a power button, a Wi-Fi button, and a shutter button. So the power button doubles as a mode switch button, and otherwise it's pretty intuitive. So to turn it on, you just hold down the power button, and then you'll see in this LED display that you could switch from photo to video. And to switch, you just press the power button without holding it down. And to take a photo, you simply press the shutter button. And within a couple seconds, it will take a photo. Now, for video, the same thing. You just switch to video mode. Now it's in video mode. You press the shutter, and you'll see a red light indicating that it's recording, and then press the shutter again to stop. It's that simple. You might have noticed how I'm holding the Xiaomi camera. The Xiaomi does have a shutter button on the side, and you can take a photo the way you would with a normal camera. But the problem is, with a 360 camera, it'll capture everything around it, including your hands. So your hands will appear oversized. Instead, I would recommend using monopod or selfie stick. Now, the Xiaomi does come with a mini handle like this that also converts to a tripod. So it's kind of convenient. The only issues are, number one, when you've attached the handle, then the Xiaomi is no longer so pocketable. And secondly, for my purposes, I personally prefer a longer selfie stick or tripod than the one that they've included here. So instead, what I use is this kind of like adapter at the bottom that attaches to the tripod insert, and I attach a wrist strap to it. So when I'm shooting with it, I just hold the strap taut like this, really tight, and then I can hold it kind of like a mini handle. And then because it's just a strap, then when I put it back in its case, it's still relatively portable. It can easily fit in my front pocket. So the one that I'm using is called the Black Rapid Fastener, although you can probably find lower cost alternatives out there than Amazon and other retailers. So when I'm shooting on a tripod or on a stand, then I like to use the Benro MK10, which is a selfie stick tripod. It's a selfie stick that converts to a tripod. So I insert my Xiaomi upside down in its case with the tripod insert exposed, so that way I can easily insert the Benro and then I can use it as a selfie stick. Now, just a quick note that when you're shooting with a selfie stick, you should check out my friend Ben Claremont, the Life in 360. He has a video on how to shoot with a selfie stick properly when using a 360 camera. In essence, you do not use the ball head, or instead you just shoot with a 360 camera aligned with your handle. That way, that will minimize the appearance of the selfie stick and will look invisible. So going back to the Xiaomi, I've shown you how to shoot with just the camera by itself. Now you can also shoot with the app. Before we talk about how to do it, let's talk about why you want to do it. Well, there are a couple of advantages. First of all, the smartphone acts like a remote control for your Xiaomi. So remember what I said, that with the 360 camera, it captures everything. And if you shoot with your hand near the shutter, it's going to appear oversized. So with a smartphone, you can shoot with the Xiaomi away from yourself. You don't even need to be in the shot. You could be hiding somewhere, and that way your hand won't appear too large, or you could, like I said, not even be in the shot if you want. So the other advantage of using the app is that you have an access to all of the controls for the Xiaomi. It's shutter speed, it's ISO, exposure compensation, white balance. You can control it all from your smartphone. For purposes of this demo, I'm going to use the iOS app. Although the Android is almost identical, the only difference between them is that the Android version has a shutter speed that can be set as slow as 32 seconds, whereas on iOS, it tops out at 8 seconds. So otherwise, they're identical. Now let's talk about how to shoot with the Xiaomi using your smartphone. So I have here the app that is already installed on my iPhone 6, and here's the Xiaomi. So first, you turn on the Xiaomi with the power button, and when it's ready, you press the Wi-Fi button. A blue light will light up on top, and it's gonna flash, indicating it's ready to be paired with your phone. So on the phone, go to the Wi-Fi and choose the MJXJ Wi-Fi symbol, Wi-Fi network. So the default password is 123456778. So once it's already connected, go to the Mi Sphere and then click on this camera icon. Then you'll see your camera listed there. You tap on that, and you'll see a live preview that you can move around. This is fully stitched. You can even zoom out a little bit and see an overhead view, or you can expand it to zoom in or out. Let's talk about the buttons that we'll see on the app. First, there's a gallery button, which will bring you back to the gallery of photos and videos you've taken. There's the shutter, and there's a mode switch. There's also, for photo, there's also a self timer and the settings. And you can see the battery level over here. So to shoot, simply press the shutter button and it's going to take the shot. Now, if you want to use the self timer, press the timer icon over here. You can choose between 3 seconds or 10 seconds. So let's say it's 3 seconds, and press the shutter. It's going to count down and then take the shot. Now you can also change the settings here, and the settings are divided into videos and photos. Let's do photos first. So for photo, you can select the resolution, the white balance, the ISO, exposure, and exposure compensation. The white balance, they have several presets: outdoors, cloudy, incandescent, fluorescent. For ISO, you can choose from 50 to 1600 in one-stop increments. And for shutter speed, they call it exposure time, but it's shutter speed. There's auto, and then 1 second up to 8 seconds in one-stop increments. Now this is for iOS. For Android, it goes to 32 seconds. So exposure compensation is up to -3 to -3 to +3 EV in about half-stop increments. If you make changes to let's say the exposure, these changes will be shown in the live preview. So now let's say I've reduced the exposure by -2.5. So now you can see that it's darker. And if you change the white balance, the same thing. You can get a preview of your exposure to see if it's the exposure that you want. Now bring it back to normal. So now let's shoot with video. So just press the mode button, and now you're in video mode. You'll see the shutter is now red. There are the same buttons in the bottom. There's the gallery, the shutter, and the mode switch. Now in addition, you have two different options now. There's one called a short video. So this one will let you take a short video of either 10, 20, or 30 seconds. So let's say it's 10 seconds and you press that, then it's going to automatically record just for 10 seconds and then automatically shut off after that. So this is good for, you know, short video clips. And then in this other button here is for time lapse. You can choose the interval from half a second to 60 seconds. When you're done shooting the time lapse, don't forget to press it again to toggle it off. So we saw how easy it is to shoot with the app. Now let's talk about sharing, the viewing and sharing the photos on the app. So to view the photos or videos, just tap on the gallery icon. So this is the gallery screen, and you can see that there are two tabs on top. There's camera and local. Camera shows you what's in the camera's memory card, and local shows you what you've downloaded into your phone, into your app specifically. So for photos, just tap on the photo that you want to look at, and it will automatically download it to your phone. So once you've downloaded it to your phone, it'll be in the app, and then you'll see several options. There's on the bottom, you'll see there's a viewing mode, a button to switch between one or two screens, which we'll talk about later, and then three dots here that shows you additional options, and then there's a sharing button on the upper right corner. So first, let's talk about the different options. You'll see here that there's this button that looks like there's an icon of the smartphone and an arrow, and when you turn this will allow you to change the view depending on how you move the phone. And then here, the second option with an up arrow, this is to copy the photo from the app to your camera roll. So if I tap on that, it will tell you, okay, you've already copied it. If you see some Chinese characters here, it means that you've already downloaded the photo to your camera roll. Now, this third option is to show you a cropped view. So let's say you only want to see this view, not a 360 view, but only this particular view. Then you adjust it to the desired view, and then you tap on that icon, and it's going to show up in a folder in your iPhone called MADV 360 export, I think. And then below that, one more option is delete. So those are the options. Those are the options for the photo. Now, I've talked earlier about this other button that says one screen. So you use this in conjunction with this option for VR viewing on a cardboard viewer. So to do that, you just turn this option on, and then turn this option to go to use two screens. And now, if you have a cardboard viewer, let me turn this off. So if you have a cardboard viewer, you can insert your phone into the cardboard viewer, and then when you look around, it's going to show you a VR view of your photo. So now let's talk about the sharing options up here. On the upper right corner, there's options for these social media services. So in the previous section, I showed you how to view photos. Now we're going to view videos. So for this demo, I'm going to use an Android phone, which is the Samsung S8 Plus. But as of version 1.6.4 of the iOS app, it's exactly the same. Now go to the gallery, and you'll see there are two sections, camera and local. So camera means these are the photos and videos that are stored in your memory card. Local means they're in the phone. So when you view a video, you tap on it, view it, and it will look like it's ready to be shared, right? Because you can look around, it looks like a spherical video, but actually the file is not yet shared. It's not even in your it's not even your phone memory yet. It's still in the memory card. So there are two things we need to do. First, we need to transfer it to your phone, and secondly, it needs to be stitched. So first, let's transfer it to the phone. The way you do that is by clicking on download on the bottom left. There's a down arrow, so you click on that, and it's going to download it And you have to do this for each video that you want to download, unlike with photos where viewing the photo by itself automatically downloads it to your phone. With videos, that's not the case. I guess they wanted to save on the memory. Now we've transferred the video from the memory card to your phone, or copied it to your phone. Now we have to go to the other tab, the local tab, where it's already there. Now that it's there, it's still not yet ready to be shared, because we still have to stitch the video. So if you look at photos, your photos, for example, you'll see a list. You'll see that this is the video that we just downloaded. As you can see, it's in a double circular fisheye mode, which is not going to be shareable. So we have to convert that to standard equirectangular mode, and that's what we're going to do right now. So remember that we're in the local tab, and you pull up the video, and you'll see several options. One of the things I wanted to show you is the gyro mode, gyro stabilization. So here, one of the options is more. You tap on those three dots. The top one is gyro calibration. So when you toggle that, you'll see that the video will be stabilized. So here, I'm going to be moving the camera, but the video remains more or less level. To export and stitch the video, we go to this option, export to phone. When you tap on that, it's going to start doing two things. Number one, stitch the video, and number two, export it to your camera's camera roll or gallery. So now I've exported and stitched the video, so we can end that and exit to the Photos app again. And now this time we'll see that same video, but it's ready to be viewed and shared. It's in full 360. And if you want to share it to Facebook or YouTube, I would do it from either the Photos app or your app on YouTube, let's say. I would not use the Mi Sphere app. So assuming your phone is not connected to your network, you can go to, let's say, YouTube, and click on this upload button, and you can choose the video that you want to share. In this case, I want to just make it private because we're only testing it anyway, and then press share, and it's going to upload it to YouTube, and you have to give a few minutes for YouTube to recognize it as a 360 and then reprocess it as a 360. So when you first upload it, it won't look like 360 at first. It will look warped. Don't worry, just give it a few minutes. Same thing with Facebook. One thing to note is that as of version 12.953 of the Android app and 1.6.4 of the iOS app, the export is always stabilized. So a couple of things. Number one, there should be an option to remove the stabilization, and we hope that in the future they'll do that, but it hasn't happened yet. Secondly, around 1 in 10 videos will not be stabilized for some random reason. I can't discern a pattern yet, but I'll try to figure that out. So a while ago I just showed you what to do if your phone can handle the full resolution, but not all phones can handle the full resolution. In this case, the Samsung S6 cannot handle the full resolution of the Xiaomi, so I'm going to show you what to do. So here's a sample video that's taken at full resolution, and it looks like, you know, everything's normal, and you can even download it. So it's going to download it from the phone, from the camera rather, to the phone. It's been downloaded. Okay, so we go to local, and here's that video that we just downloaded. Now if you go to more and then you try to, first of all, the gyro will work. So even at full resolution, the gyro is fine. Now if you try to go to export, it's going to crash. So that's a sign that your phone can't handle the full resolution. So if that's the case, go to that video that that cannot be stitched on your phone, and go to edit on the lower left corner, and then from here click on save. So this is going to give you it's going to warn you that you don't have enough power to stitch at full resolution, so it's going to give you the option to reduce the resolution, so you could try it once or always. So once you export it from the edit screen, it will say saved successfully, and then you press completed, and then you can go back to your phone's photos app, let's say, and you should see the stitched video here. So there's the stitched video. It's even stabilized. Now the problem is this video that we just exported from the edit is only at 1920 by 960. That's way less than the maximum. So instead, if you already know that your phone can't handle the full resolution, you might want to consider reducing the capture resolution to begin with. So in the app, when you're shooting a video, you have the option under settings to specify a resolution that's less than 3456 by 178. So you could choose for example 2304 by 1152 at 60 fps. So that's one option. But then again, if you know that you're gonna upgrade your phone in the future, then you could shoot at the full resolution and then stitch them when you get your upgraded phone. So I just showed you how to view and share videos wirelessly, and this works for smaller videos. But if the videos that you're working with are kind of long, or you have many videos that you're working with, I want to show you a different workflow. So my solution is to use a micro SD card. So I have here a Lexar one, and it's worked well for me. So I have the micro SD card from the camera, insert it into my micro SD card reader, and then I insert the micro SD card into my phone. In the Android version of this SD card reader, there is no special app. Instead, you just use the My Files utility. So I'm going to go there. So My Files, you'll see the USB storage over there, and you go to DCIM, and then it's arranged by date. So let's say on May 26th, I have 88 items. That will take a really long time to copy wirelessly. Besides that, your camera will heat up. Your camera will be very hot. So anyway, from here, you tap on the three dots. You go edit, select all, and then be careful not to press delete. But here, move, or rather copy to your internal storage. Do not copy it to your SD card, because the app doesn't work properly yet with an SD card. So I copy it to DCIM and camera, and you press done, and it's going to copy the files, the 88 files. Now this process works only with videos. It does not work with photos yet, as of version 1.6.4 or build number 12953 on Android. So now let's say I've copied the files from the SD card to my DCIM camera folder. From the Xiaomi app, I go to the gallery, go to the local tab, click on import, and it's then select local videos. This will search for all the videos that are not yet in the Xiaomi apps database. So give it a few minutes. So these are the videos that it found. So you have to select these videos and then tap on import. Now it's going to bring them into the Xiaomi apps database. So here are those videos that I just imported. So from here, the rest of the process is the same as if you had imported them wirelessly. So again, you know, you would select the video, let's say this one, and then you go to more and then click on export to phone, and it's gonna export and stitch the video for you. Don't forget to return your memory card back into the Xiaomi. To summarize, I showed you how to shoot with the Xiaomi, both with the camera by itself as well as with a smartphone. And I also showed you how to view the photos and videos you took and to export them and to share them to YouTube and Facebook and other social media sites. Now, I can't test all the different phones out there. So instead, what I've done is I've made some unstitched photos and videos available in the description below that you can download. You can also download the app for iOS or Android. Try it out on your own phone to see if you're able to do it. And I would recommend doing that before buying the Xiaomi. And if you're ready to buy the Xiaomi, you can buy it at GearBest, which ships to over 270 countries all over the world. So I hope you found this video helpful. My name is Mick and you've been watching 360 Rumors, the first and still the most comprehensive website for 360 cameras with over 1,400 articles on 360 cameras. Check it out and please subscribe.